Moving on, we have Ju.
Um, I'm Ju. Hello, everyone. I'm a user experience designer. I'm a big believer of human-oriented design, not just a user. I'm thinking for the internals, my colleagues, my friends, internals, business people, they need to be care, understand the product as well. So that's why I say I'm a truly believer of human-oriented design. Um, okay, let me share my screen. So yeah, I'm talking about the user experience design sprints in physical location and the remote work. Um, what is design sprint? First of all, some of you know, some of you don't. So design sprint and the Lean UX are two very popular UX methodology. Lean UX is based on fundamentals Agile development, but design sprint is based on design thinking. It is a process to answer a critical business question through the rapidly design prototyping and test idea. I think some of you already presenting it needs to be tested with the user before going to implement. That is the method. So this is my design sprint, my first remote design sprint. I did a loads of physical one, but this is the first, the remote one, and it's quite success actually. I don't want to promote a design sprint. I just want to say it's fun. It's a roll of emotions. Everyone love it, and senior leaderships love it, and just on and on. But what I want to share with you is the benefit of the remote one compared to the physical one. So first, it's paperless. When everyone said, okay, paperless, right? So we, as a UX, as a project manager, they have a box, Sharpie, notes, stickers, timer, sticker, everything. I think everyone has a one box under their table if they're in the office. But now, I move to remote. It's paperless. So you got timer. We use a mirror board during this workshop. So you have a timer, you have a voter, and actually, for people like the actual vote, they ask me the stars, they ask me the dots, I give them. So instead of use a digital one, and they got post notes, digital post notes. It's brilliant. So you don't really need to carry all these things that go through entire buildings, go to particular room, prepare entire workshop rooms before everyone join. The another benefit is after the workshop, you don't need a workload. So everything is digital on the board. You don't need to translate them to a document to share with others. That's brilliant. And also the board, the mirror board on the right-hand side is opened after each section. So the participant can come back to the board and contribute anytime they want, which is better than a room. Once it shut the doors, no one can access. Also another thing is the team. I noticed after each session, the team actually can walk around the board, start to discuss the board, the outcome from the user. So it makes the team so close to the user. And also, Miro has one function and can convert the sticker to Jira tickets. Brilliant. You don't need to do extra work. So time saving. In the traditional one, in the room, for the design sprints, there's 5 different phases. Each phase, not each phase, all of them possible take us 3 to 5 days in a physical rooms. But for my first mirrors workshop, 7.5 hours, we finished the first 3. We actually is in the prototyping stage. So just a quick introductions about each phase. The first phase mapping is mapping the user's existing journey and to-be journey, and mapping all these users to achieve the same target. It gives you a big pictures, which is some of them you mentioned is a big picture. So that's what we do. We also address the design challenge, the problem, which is a group user truly want us to prototype, to address, help them. We focus on that, mapping on our big picture. And the second phase is the sketching. We actually ask the user to draw and share the ideas, share the experience with us. Instead of we not have a domain knowledge with business, so therefore we possibly don't have best insight. Instead, we ask them to share with us. The third day is decision day. With all these ideation, with these sketches and concepts, and we need to make the best decisions, which one we should prototype. Then we ask the user what kind of a testing stage you want us to prototype it. And then we, based on each of one, we create a storyboard. So once we create a storyboard, we have a various stories to create the activity to address each step. Then that become a Jira ticket. Then we create a prototype and back to test with the user. So that's the whole phase. So we finish the first 3 within 7.5 hours, spreading over 5 days. Working style, that's the biggest tremendous I think is a benefit. I think so the user is not only close to the user experience or facilitate in the room, they're actually really close to the development teams during the each sessions we host. Because the COVID made I realized it made everyone's is like a very isolated, make an effort to communicate to each other. And we also discover each of them has very clear the responsibility, which made the things is easy, but sometimes disconnect. So with this workshop, teams every day we have catch-up meetings, and we feedback to the next days to enhance it. So the teams has a highly engagement, and also as well as the user participate in the workshop as well. They also, another thing is the user actually create a user feedback group. So they can feedback to in the workshops every sessions. They can say that, well, I don't like this, I like this. Then we can tailor that and review our workshop format, then make it better. The last ones I want to say is the way of thinking, because the great design isn't come from one person. It should be collaborative. The workshop in a room, because the way of the workshop is very short, intense, and time boxed environment. Therefore, we only capture the first insight or ideas during the workshop. But for the remote workshop, we actually leave the user homework to thinking about it, then ask them to contribute to the board, which is open to them 24 hours. So they can contribute to the board. They can provide the best insight and idea to them, and that work a better ways during the workshop. So to answer Sam's question, when is my last joy? This is my last joy. You can see it because I dream about it, and I practice the workshop. I find out what it will fail about the workshop, and I wake up at midnight to update my template. So I can see that is my joy as well. So yes, thank you so much. This is my presentation.
Amazing. Oh, wow. That's great. Any questions, comments, feedback from anyone?
I just want to say thank you, because I have been saying these things to probably how long we've been doing this now, 8 or 9 months. And I actually worked remotely before the pandemic. And so thanks for all this positive information that I can now go back to any of the remaining naysayers who don't want to adopt these new practices. I think this is really positive information.
Yeah, I had the fear. That's why I practice in my mind again. What will be fail? Then I update it. I think for the remote one, most important thing, you need a guidance to the user. You need to try to kind of make them focus on what you do. So guidance into the process. That's very important.
That's awesome. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. Really good. Thank you.